So welcome to the broadcast. We are live at the Gary Kirsten Oval, Western Province Cricket Club. I'm with the Daxina Royal skipper, Henry Half. You've won the toss, Henry, and what have you decided to do?
I wish I was captain today, but Justin won the toss. He's elected to bowl. We see if we can use the wind conditions into our favour, starting off a little bit of variation, might Preggy spinning it up in the early stages.
And can you talk me through your team? Have you got any changes to the squad or any injuries from last night or during the tournament?
Luckily, no injuries as yet. There is one change. Sash is making his debut for us today at Champs, the keeper, and out today he's having a rest.
Okay, and did you have any concerns about worrying about the wicket maybe breaking up, or what do you think of the deck today?
One of the nicer Gary Kirsten decks. I've been fortunate enough to have a couple of years down playing Open World Champs in 2017 as well. One of the nicer Gary Kirsten decks we've been privileged to play on.
Yeah, I mean, we had a look at it in the first game today, and it was a high-scoring game. 179, played 171, went down to the wire, but the ball was coming onto the bat. I think the overnight rain has just helped, and we've been giving the wicket a roll. As you can see, the groundsman just putting in finishing touches to it, but it's got a nice glossy look to it, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. The roll has firmed it up a little bit, and like you said, the rain, I think it's woken up a bit of the tracks today.
Yeah, and
we saw a couple pop through. No, it's consistent. There's no inconsistency. So yeah, we're looking forward to it.
And who's going to be opening the bowling?
What they spoke about, it should be our Mr. Experience, Iko, probably with Devon Kanda and Preggy, our spinner.
Okay, and in terms of the opposition, do you know much about them?
Well, everybody knows Sam Lang. I mean, he's a legend of LMS cricket worldwide.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it as well, but bunch of nice guys. And I think they're lefty as well. I can't remember his name. We watched him play on Sunday, and he made a quick 77. Got them out of trouble at one stage.
Yeah, McDonald, I think. Yeah, so I think he's a policeman. But
nice
yeah,
guy as well.
yeah, no, they're a great bunch. They always represent well. They're competitor on the field, but they make so many mates off the field. Henry's been called by his teammates. Yeah, Henry, we appreciate you spending some time in the commentary. Good luck with the match. Huh?
Thank you so much.
So that was great from Henry Harve, just taking time to come and give some insight into the Daxina Royals and some good words to say about Sam Lang. I'm joined in the commentary box by Brian, who's the lead commentator on LMS TV2. Been doing a great job throughout the tournament. We're on the Gary Kirsten Oval. And Brian, this wicket looks like a belter.
100%. I think we saw the game before how the batsmen just applied themselves and they actually able to put some runs on the board. And Brandy and Boobs have actually been struggling throughout the tournament to try and put runs on the board. And we saw them apply themselves and nearly come in with victory, leading 182 for victory. So yeah. They just fell short there at the end. Excuse the pun.
Yeah, and the Gary Kirsten Oval slightly smaller, or quite a lot smaller than the Wally Wilson Oval. Wally Wilson ground, especially from the one end from the leg side for the right-hander on strike now. It's a small boundary, quite big on the offside, but there's also a big breeze blowing across the ground. So from the offside to the leg side, it's a strong wind. We're having to actually hold this tent up every now and then.
From the mountain.
From the mountain, and that's a better way of describing that. We'll get a view of the mountain just now. The tablecloth starting to come over that mountain. Beautiful sight. But yeah, the wind's picking up here, and these first 4 overs are going to be crucial. I would have maybe thought to go from the other end. It depends on what type of bowler Preggy is here, but I would have.
Is just going over to the mountain a little bit.
Maybe.
Just gonna angle it up. Promise.
So as you look at the pavilion here, it's all set. The crowd's coming in. Beautiful view.
There's the mountain itself.
And it looks like it's going to be Preggy. Cannon to bowl the first over here. Looks like right arm off spin. Interesting play, yeah.
Wide.
I'm just surprised by the wind's blowing across the ground here. This is. They obviously know better than me what their game plans are here, but I would have thought this represents a good chance here for Chris Mapstone and Phil Simpson to go and try and get off to a good flying start. Oh, lucky runs it. I think that's off the pads.
It's a wise decision bowling from that end towards us, being the shorter end to the leg side and a spinner. The wind blowing across the ground too.
Well, I mean, if they've got a hitter in their lineup now and I'm 3 short, I'm going to send him in now. Because there's a short boundary, the wind's blowing, a half a hit here, and it's 6. It's also a gamble, so maybe that's what they're looking to do. Maybe it's always a risk versus reward, but I feel it's worth a shot here, but it's worth a try, because if you can get off to a flyer, they've got some good bowlers at the back end here to Daxina.
Pushed in a bit quicker there from Preggy.
Now that's a good line from Preggy, isn't it? It's just he obviously wants to take the leg side out of the equation.
100% forced them to play onto the offside. Another good ball there. Very well bowled from Preggy once again. So
Daxina rules. Maybe you could tell me a little bit more about Daxina rules, Brian.
It's Daxina Destroyers.
It's Daxina Destroyers, sorry.
They are from Last Man Stands in Joburg. They play in our Saturday 1 division, along with Misagami and Rebels, and they used to just play in the Saturday 3s and 4s and stuff, and over the last 2-3 seasons. But yeah, it's, they've developed their side up a bit. They got a few imports over the last 2-3 seasons. Henry Haroff was one of them, as well as Martin van Wyk, Chucky they call him. Yeah,
I think a lot of the viewers in Australia will have played against Chucky. He used to play for the Rebels. So, and as we speak of Chucky, the man of the moment's coming into attack now. So he's been involved. He was in the 2019 World Champs in Australia. He was in the 2017 World Champs. He played for South Africa in the World Series. He used to be a seam bowler, but it looks to me like he's maybe converted to spin.
He actually told me over a week and a bit ago he was at a little team braai and he took a dive into the pool. Hurt his shoulder. So
okay.
But maybe it's a good idea that he does throw a bit of spin in.
Oh, that's turned and bounced. There could be a run out of it. Hits. Oh, he slides.
That was really close. Jeepers.
See, watch here.
I don't know. Oh, I don't know if that came off the bat there. I think if he had hit there, it would have been out.
So very interesting tactics. 2 off spinners.
Yeah.
To start the innings. Small square boundary. Wind blowing from off to leg.
Against their favour. I think it's almost like they're trying to force them to play those shots.
And maybe, Phil Simpson and Chris Mapstone aren't necessarily the biggest hitters. They play within themselves. Good technique. So it might work out well here for 3 short.
Yeah, we got a little comment here from Vaughan Oldham saying it's a very smart move, to be honest, after they played spin in the first game. So
I see what you're saying. That's right. Because
maybe
they struggled in the first game.
Struggled a bit
against the. I think it was against the. Was it the Pop-Hats?
Something like
that.
Yeah,
from the Pakistan team. Yeah.
They played there on YMCA, I think.
Yeah. So you can't hide from the footage. The Last Man Stands World Champs. It's a team. They've done their homework here. They've done their homework. The Daxina boys.
It's a brave move, but it's so far paying off for Daxina boys. Yeah, no, the Daxina guys have brought in a few players who have strengthened their side. Martin, Henry, Preggy, all previously played for the Rebels as well. Very strong side, very strong unit, very good friends, and they're all very keen and excited to play cricket, especially back in Joburg. They're one of the top 4 competing in our league there. So yeah, it's very cool to have them here down in Cape Town and competing against the very best of the world. And it was good over there from Martin, just 2 runs from it. One of them was a leg bye or a bye, so Preggy back into the attack with his second, a bit full and wide there, allowing Mapstone to just cover that or drive that into the covers there. Preggy now into Mapstone once again. Oh, and that's gone down the leg side there. Wide being called, and Sash could not get his gloves onto that one. Fielded here in front of me here by Leonard G. Saw his awesome little video leading up to World Champs, climbing out of the bed. Preggy now into Phil Simpson this time. Good block, keeping it out. So it's actually Mapstone. Preggy now into Mapstone once again. This one floated in a bit and just played out onto the leg side there. Another single to the total. Still 2 balls now remaining in the 3rd over. This one pushing a bit harder, not much bounce off the pitch, and nearly goes on to hit the off stump. Preggy and Sash, the keeper there, not being able to believe their luck there. Ball not bouncing too much. I think Simpson there just thinking he would be able to pull that into the leg side region. This one floated in more, and it's played out on over to long on there. Fielder very wide, and the ball rolls over the fence for 4.
So we've got Pete Bowman from Last Man Stands Canberra asking what is a good score on this ground. My feeling is 180. Well, we've actually got a benchmark from the first game where Royal London were actually off to a steady start. We're actually not even a great start there.
No, slow, yeah.
17 for 3 after 6 overs and managed to get 179.
Yeah.
I think anything under 150 on this deck and this outfit will be below par.
Yeah.
I think 160 competitive, but a really good number is 170, 180.
Yeah, I think the deck's playing quite true at the moment, and I think you're getting proper value for your shots.
Almost a bit of underspin there from Chucky, just sliding it on.
Do you not think maybe with the spin, I think maybe getting on the front foot and playing it in front of you rather than trying to guide it? That was a bit short and to the leg side.
Not really giving it much area, so Chucky. It's not easy to get under it. So,
Yeah.
I'm not sure what's the option here, but I do feel that the bowler that they could target Chase Preggy, he's just giving a bit of looping it a bit. Chucky just sliding on, so potentially LBW candidate if you go across the line.
Yeah. Pushing that. Is he
Is
getting it in? Yeah. Could be a run out. Option for run out. Oh, and he's made it back safe. I think the throw was just above the keeper's head there. I think if it came above the stumps, it would have been a closer call, that's for sure. Good call there from umpire Kuda.
It's a steady start. I think after you mentioned it earlier, because 3 short in the previous game didn't give themselves a base, and I think that's possibly why they've just looked to play within themselves here and not find themselves 3 or 4 down in the first 5-6 overs. Well, that's well bowled by Jackie.
Very well bowled. Not much Simpson could do there. Just playing it out towards Justin White there.
I think if he'd missed that, that would have been potentially tickets LBW.
Yeah. Chucky now into Simpson once again. Oh, very good ball. Very good over. That's 4 overs gone, yeah, and 3 short from Australia, 20 without loss. Preggy coming into bowl his 3rd over now.
I think this is the time where you've got to say, okay, Preggy, you've done a holding job. You bowled 2 overs. You've only got 20 on the 4. I feel you've got to put the the pressure back on the fielding team and say, okay, you want him to bowl 2 off spinners. We've had a look for 4 overs. One of us is now going to try and put the pressure back on Daxina destroyers.
We have Last Minute Sands Canberra asking here, what do we call the local birds on the ground there in Cape Town? We know them as bin chickens in Australia.
Hardy-das.
There we go. Hardy-da. They even make the noise, that's why they're called. Or it's kaka. But yeah, they're called hardy-das.
There'll be viewers, I think it's about 9 o'clock in the evening in Australia. So they'll be finished off work and maybe in their bed, watching on their phone.
Oh, a bit full there.
On the ground, could be 2. Fielder comes around.
Oh, that is Chucky doing the fielding there.
I think that was one there to be hit. Low full toss. The line's good. It might need the big old-fashioned heave over mid-wicket here.
Briggy pushing that one in, and there's Simpson, or should say Mapstone there, just guiding that out backward of point. Is he there doing the fielding?
Clear tactics from 3 short here. Just trying to keep wickets in hand.
Yeah.
So, as we said earlier, Royal London were not a great start in their first 5-6 overs. So, wickets in hand will be crucial.
Ooh.
Got to run 2, yeah. It's got to be 2.
I wouldn't run to Chucky though.
No, that's right. That would have been,
I've been on the receiving end and on the same team as Chucky, so bringing now into Mapstone. Oh, I really think this is such a good ploy with the 2 spinners. I just hope they don't allow it to be too long, and then they get.
Well, it's against, it's horses for courses against these 2 batsmen who are looking just to nurdle and nudge around.
Yeah.
It's definitely a great ploy because they probably want to pace on these 2 batsmen.
100%, yeah.
If there was maybe someone with a bit more bottom hand there, it could be a high risk tactic, but
Yeah.
as it stands, neither of these guys have even attempted to go leg side
At all.
short boundaries, so it's definitely playing into their hands.
100%.
So Chucky to continue. So just been informed by a few people that only one mic working, so
We back online now.
apologies if you heard me talking to myself there. I hope I made some sort of sense. So I think our technical team sorted out the sound issue.
Welcome back, Wayne.
I've been talking to myself here, just practicing on my own.
And you were saying some good lines there, man.
I've used up all my best lines. So for the viewers at home, with Brian possibly not making sense and me just rambling on the background there,
Yeah.
we apologise, but
Talking to no one. That's my fault, sorry. Oh, that nearly went on to play onto the stumps.
chopped down.
I think these 2 batsmen just playing quite cautiously.
When we look at the timeline, 1.1111, so it's literally ran a ball. 28 balls bowled, 27 runs, 2 off spinners on into the tack, small leg side boundary, wind blowing from off the leg. It needs a heave ho here.
Oh, that could have been maybe going down the leg side. There's opportunity for a run out here. Oh, and it's not a bad idea just to hold on to that ball. There was a backup fielder, but that's 6 overs gone here. 28 without loss or 3 short. You know what I like about 2 spinners quickly rotating between, you get, looks like Preggy might actually bowl on. You get 8 overs quickly into the game, and before you know it, they've only got 12 left and they need to go at 10 runs.
Yeah, I know. This is where 3 short need to look at it and say, what would you got to try and do what the opposition doesn't want you to do. Now, if I'm the fielding team, I'm going to be very nervous of the wind and the small boundary on the leg side. So I'd be nervous about a guy that's going to look and try and maybe a slog sweep shot where I feel that as we speak, is the wind changing direction? It's swirling a bit, isn't it?
Yeah, it's coming a bit from behind us now, a little bit.
The wind is swirling, but this has been a great start from Preggy and Chucky.
Yep.
3 short, just sort of preserving wickets, but I feel one of them has to go now.
100%. Oh, a bit short there. Or the ball kept a bit low and just hit out towards who's that there on the boundary? Seems to be Julian Jackson at long on.
So Pete from Canberra, he's providing some input, and he's saying considering we and he's talking about 3 short to play the LMS cricket in Canberra. We were 4 down in the last game. He's saying this is he's happy with the tactic.
Okay.
So Pete knows 3 short better than I do.
Yep.
There we go. That could be the first 4. No, fielder comes around. Just not timed well enough.
Hold out there by Henry Haroff at Cow Corner.
So what I would say to Pete is that this is a slightly better wicket than some of the tracks it's coming onto the bat line, and it's a small ground, so I don't think a score of 120, 130 will be enough.
Yeah,
It's Mapstone, yes, that's a good shot from Mapstone. Have to come around for 2. Chucky's coming in.
Saving his arm there, Chucky.
We eluded the hardy dars that Pete was referring to earlier. We actually had a bad moment with one of the hardy dars on the YMCA field yesterday.
Can you elaborate a little bit more on that?
So we see the end of the 7th over. Alex Money for the Pink Panthers hit one very cleanly down the ground to the middle fielder, and a hardy dar got in the way, and it sort of looped off the hardy dar's head over the field, and it went for 4.
Oh my goodness.
But the hardy dar was actually quite sad. Didn't make a recovery immediately, and we had to stop play. And eventually we helped the hardy dar on its way, and it got a round of applause like when a player is injured on a sports field and then makes a recovery. I don't know anything further about the hardy dar, but he didn't look too well when I last saw him.
Maybe a concussion test or something. But into the 8th over here, Martin Verbeek going to bowl his 4th and final. He's only gone for 8 runs in his 3 overs. Oh.
I think the way they've started, they said we're going to bowl with 2 off spinners. Let's see how it goes. If it doesn't work, we'll take them off. But it's working for them, so they've just kept it. And there hasn't been any intent really from the 3 short to change it up. We saw one sort of attempt at a slog sweep earlier, but
didn't really. Oh,
it was a bottom edge. That's never easy for the keeper. Bottom edges. I think he was part of the ceremony on the balcony there last night, so that doesn't make it any easier.
Yep. Oh, this one tempting to go to that leg side once again.
But Chucky's a smart customer. He knows that that's eventually going to be the go-to shot, and he's just not giving any air whatsoever. He's bowling it round arm, flats.
Yeah.
I feel this is the moment.
Oh.
Push.
Very
Could there be
smart
2?
there.
No.
Very smart bowling from Chucky. Not giving them any room to try and free their arms onto the leg side.
I see in the second 10 they're going to be heading to a bigger boundary square side, but that does mean also that the offside could be opened up.
Yeah. Oh, another opportunity there goes away. A few bottom edges, and that brings the end of the 8th over. And 3 shorts are sitting on 38 without loss. It's been a fantastic spell of bowling from Preggy and Martin van Wyk. 4 overs quickly between each of them, and I think job done if you ask me.
Yeah, you see just a few other players. I think 3 short have got 2 left-handers to come in McDonald, and I think Lynn is also left-hander if I remember correctly. So in that second 10, they will have the opportunity to go hard there. It just, I think even Pete would agree now. It calls for one of these two to try and up the rate. They've avoided losing 4 in no time like the last game. So they've got a sort of a platform here to go from.
You look at, there was just 1 boundary that whole 8 overs, 1-4.
Yeah.
So it's been tough going for the batsmen out there. I think Preggy going for 26. He was looping in a bit more, and Chucky was basically pushing in a bit quicker. only going for 11 in his 4. So fantastic bit of bowling. New bowler here is Issy. This one just guided. Oh, there's a misfield, and that's going to go over the fence
no.
for 4.
No. That's not the best bit of fielding there from the man with 1996 on his back. Not sure if that is the year he was born or how many beers he had on the balcony this tour.
But I don't know, like I think he was just maybe caught out of position there. He was about 5-10 yards in there from where he is now.
I think he's just trying to find excuses for him. Oh, he's bowled him!
There we go, first wicket. That's Chris Mapstone.
He's chopped it on. Ball keeping a bit low.
There has been a couple opportunities here in the game. Did keep a bit low, and a couple of near chop-ons earlier on.
I would say he's probably done what the team instructed him to do.
Yeah,
Make sure that they didn't lose too many wickets in the first 5 to 6 overs. I think possibly needed to go after about the 6th or 7th over, but as we've alluded to in the previous game, they did have a horrendous start.
Yeah,
it was much easier to make up the game at the back end than be reeling from ball 1. So
100%.
they've got a lot of firepower to come. Talking of firepower, here comes Sam Lang. I believe he had a moment in the net yesterday that I'm not quite sure what happened, but some sort of injury or something happened in the net, and I need to maybe bring him in for an interview between innings here and just find out what actually happened.
I did find out.
Do you know what happened? Okay.
He got hit in the
in those
regions.
Okay. And
Chucky told me earlier.
Okay.
He said he's glad he can't have to sweep a ball or lap sweep or reverse.
Okay.
So, but you can still bring him in to have a little
chat.
chat.
Well, I'll pretend I don't know. Just ask him to. I actually didn't know. I heard Pete Powman actually send me a message asking me to say something. I didn't actually know the story, but now that I do know the story, I'll be able to elaborate on it when we have a chat to Sam.
There you go. Is he now into Lang? Oh.
Straight away, a change in the momentum. Chucky's coming around.
We thought that was going to go over the boundary, but 2 runs though, good running.
No, but still, just a slight change in the urgency there.
You can hear the bat, the ball coming off the bat, nice and hard. Some power coming into the shot.
Now Sam missed out in the first game. He'll be hungry to get some here. Straight down the ground for 1. Well bowled. So Phil Simpson, 22 from 21. So 9 overs gone. Current run rate again at 5, 45 from 9. As the new man, Linton Govender, the real character, one of the better pre-World Champs videos sent in from all the teams. Oh my word, that's a great catch!
That's Samuel Lang.
So Linton Govender makes amends for his earlier mishap in the field, but that's risen sharply and the keeper does superbly.
My goodness.
And Sam Lang will feel unlucky that that's a great catch. That's definitely going to be one for the day 3 highlights reel. For those of you who are new to Last Man Stand, you can go onto the website and there's real-time highlights. I think that's one's worth watching again. great catch from Sash behind the stumps there. Really, that'll be a special moment for him. You'll definitely be looking forward to watching the highlights later on, and I'll be surprised if that doesn't make the day 3 highlights reel.
I'm sure that will. And you can see him, he's actually quite pumped up now, and they realized this, so it was a really big wicket to have taken. I think is Patrick McDonald the one that scored 70 odd?
Yeah, he hit the ball superbly in that first game. It's just a little bit of pressure now building with 2 quick wickets falling, and they want to give themselves a chance here. They need to find a way to get up to 140, 150 here. Pushed it out into the gap. Good start from McDonald. He's not interested in 2.
Yep. No, I don't know. Do they play on normal turf wickets in Australia, or is it?
Yeah, there's a bit of both. Canberra's mainly on an AstroTurf, but when they go to some of the national champs events, they will get onto turf. But yeah, it's obviously an adjustment period when you play most of your last man stands cricket on synthetic wickets.
Yeah. Oof, good ball. Oh, a bit of a misfield.
So Linton Governor bowling well, yeah, struggling with the fielding department. But what a character, Linton Governor. You probably know a bit more about him than I do, but I loved his
video
that he sent in with the alarm clock going. As you see him continue.
Oh,
McDonald's a strong man. He hits it cleanly.
Yeah, back in Joburg, the morning after their fundraiser, they played the 8 o'clock game in the morning, and all he wanted was a garage pie, and he couldn't get his garage pie. So we've actually got a little inside joke between myself and him. Have you had your garage pie yet? And I think maybe he had his garage pie last night.
Yeah, that's a good story. But yeah, he's a real character. You go onto the Instagram reel, and we asked all the teams to send in a footage of a few questions we asked them and why they enjoy last man stands, who's going to win the world champs, and a few other things. And Linton Govender was sent into bat for the Daxina Destroyers, and he was filmed in his bed waking up and the alarm clock going off. I don't really do the story justice. You've got to watch the video, it's really funny.
Yeah, it's really well thought out. It's 10 overs gone, yeah. 3 short, going at just 4.9 runs to the over here. 49 for 2. We saw Sash there, the keeper, taking a blinder of a catch earlier. One-handed grab.
So it's Australia time now. I think it's just gone 10 o'clock in the evening. The viewers words got around in the streets that the 3 short are from Australia, are in South Africa playing in the World Champs, and the viewing figures are rocketing up. We now got almost 800 live viewers.
Welcome everyone.
And as we watch Ismail Biku to continue, Phil Simpson, runner ball, 24 of 24. Cuts away.
There's a gap there. Chucky's getting around. No option for 2. Chucky's really quick along the ground.
I think there's a contrast of 2 players here. McDonald's a big hitter, looking to clear the ropes, where Simpson's looking to run hard between the wickets. But as a combination, I'm not sure that's going to work with running between the wickets, because McDonald's looks to me that he's looking to deal in ones and boundaries here.
You see, McDonald is a lefty, so he can stop this leg side boundary here. So bowlers really need to be on their lines and lengths here, and they can't be too short. This one down the leg side. Good hand there from Sash once again.
Keep the pressure's on now because McDonald played a lone hand in the first game for 3 short, scoring 77 out of 99. So the destroyers from Johannesburg will be aware of that, and they'll know that it's a huge wicket. Phil Simpson. Oh, beautiful shot from Simpson. That's the shot of the day.
That was fantastic timing. It raced along the ground, yeah. I read a comment there earlier that the ground needs a mow. Not after that shot.
No, well, that ball's done a bit of mowing itself. That's raced across the outfield.
Yeah.
It's run all the way up the embankment, straight past the 3 short team. And he has a bit of momentum now starting to come for the 3 short.
Oh.
Pushed it maybe to McDonald, as we said earlier.
Yeah.
I would definitely be pushing hard to the middle off there. He's had a few fumbles already. He's under pressure at the ball. He's bowling well, he's Governor, but he's struggling in the field. I'd be putting him under pressure, running the first one hard.
Yeah.
That's well bowled.
Oh, bit of a misfield, but they sneak through for a single. And
so we're at the Gary Kirsten Oval, the Western Province Cricket Club.
Oh, that's a good shot there from Simpson once again. He's really pushing those first ones hard, but looks like McDonald really doesn't. Obviously just wants to clear the parking lot here to our left into the Hockey Astro.
And, you know, if he sticks around for 5 or 6 overs, we could still see a score of over 160 here. He has got long levers.
It's a long ball.
It's a very long ball. So that completes the 11th over. For those of you who've joined the broadcast and wondering what you're watching, this is the Last Man Stands World Champs. The teams playing in this event have qualified from various parts of the world. There's 36 teams participating. We've got a team from Australia, 3 short, who play their Last Man Stands cricket in Canberra. And they're taking on the Daxina Destroyers from Johannesburg.
Linton Govender back into the
that's got to be a no ball. I think that's above. What?
It is a no ball. There could be an opportunity.
Oh, what's all happened? You can still be run out of a no ball. But that could be perfect for the 3 short here. Gets McDonald on the strike. He's got a free hit. Small boundary on the leg side, and this could just be what. Stay tuned, folks. The next delivery here. Something's going to happen, yeah.
Free hit. Free hit there.
So the free hit coming, yeah.
Ball can be dispatched there over the boundary.
Oh, and that just get it on.
Did not give too much bounce.
So Linton Govender picked up the 1 wicket already. He's bowling from the other end.
Important wicket that off. Bowling to McDonald now. Floated in, a bit of a slower ball.
Yeah, he just rolled his fingers under that. Well bowled there.
Very well bowled.
So in Last Man Stands cricket, you bowl 10 overs from one end and then 10 overs from the other end, and you swap. So they swapped at the halfway mark.
They're running away from us here, the bowlers now. Driven there into the covers there. Chucky's getting around. The ball's racing onto the fence. That's a very good stop there. Very quick on the outfield there from Martin van Wyk. Definitely saved 2 runs there.
So at the Western Province Cricket Club, just under the backdrop of the Table Mountain. Beautiful day, yeah. Sun's starting to come out.
Oh, this one
So
going
wide.
down the leg side there. Good stop by Sash.
Keeper does well, yeah. So this is the second game of the day on this Gary Kirsten Oval. And there's been a lot of cricket already played this week, so you'll probably see, Brian, the scores as the day's gone, maybe dropping slightly, you know. Maybe the batsmen have to be a little bit more wary.
Yep.
So we thought 180 might be a good score, but having looked at this, it's not playing as well as the first game. So I would say 150, 140 could be in the hunt.
Oh, there's a drop catch.
So it dropped.
There's an edge. And it seems Linton went up.
Yeah, I don't know if he edged it, but the keeper would. You've got to make sure you can't. I don't think you can
Gotta catch
afford
those.
to give Patrick McDonald a second chance.
100%.
They're only going at 5 and over here, 3 short. But we've seen how quickly these games can change on the Gary Kirsten over.
Yep.
Just takes one over of 15 to 20. Phil Simpson, 39 from 31, so he's starting to up his strike rate, yeah.
Yeah, and
He's held the innings together.
that wide there and that over there was the second extra of the over. So so it ended up being an extra run and 3 more runs to the total. So it was vitally important that that does not happen. Julian Jackson into the attack here.
And that's cut away outside edge. Fielder well placed down the
Fielder
third man.
there.
Very fine.
Henry Haroff. Henry also can bowl a nice heavy ball. I'm surprised he hasn't been brought onto the attack just yet. Welcome Wesley Middleton, all the way from Joburg as well. Keeper's not the greatest.
So if you're watching on the Facebook feed, the people have able to make comments. You might be watching on YouTube, Facebook.
Oh, this one gone straight back over the bowler's head. Is he there doing the fielding and just keeping it down to a single? It's now 70 for 2 after 12.2 overs. Phil Simpson's gone about his work pretty neatly and quietly.
So that we're live from South Africa, Cape Town.
Oof, good ball.
This is the Last Man Stands World Championship. It's an amateur cricket tournament where teams have qualified from various parts of the world. It's a Johannesburg team, Daxina Destroyers, who are fielding. And it's the 3 short from Canberra in Australia who are batting.
Oh,
this is nice. It's nice and fine again. The field is so well placed. It's good captaincy here from the Destroyers. They just can't seem to get a boundary here. They need a boundary. Big shot, but I think that was going down leg. I think they knew that, but just 7 overs to go. Yeah, 35 deliveries left. The wind's now changed direction again, Brian. It's blowing heavily from the commentary box.
Yeah.
From the Wally Wilson end, which is the end from where the bowlers are bowling from now. It's blowing into the batsman, so to hit it straight feels like a big hit. It feels like it's actually coming straight into them where it wasn't earlier now. So I feel that the easier shot is going to be possibly the boundary between maybe third man and extra cover. So yeah, so Henry Half doesn't want to give any width here because it'll allow Phil Simpson just to use the pace and try and steer the ball between third man and point.
Actually, I have a funny story to tell you about H, but I'll tell it to you now.
And he's aware that he can't give width, and he's just gone too straight, and he started the wide.
yeah, I just enjoy the way that Phil Simpson's gone about his work. Run really hard between the wickets.
He looks to be a real fighting player, gutsy player.
Yeah, running hard and hasn't had too many opportunities to get the ball to the fence. Daxina into Simpson. Oh, just guides that out towards the point region there. But will only be a single there.
Yeah, so McDonald, he's not there to run twos. He's made that very clear from the first moment he got to the crease. The only challenge with that is when you're not running twos, it does put a bit of pressure on you. You then have to be able to hit boundaries, and we know he's capable of that, but he's just struggling. You know, I think when he gets his first one out the middle if and when he does, it might be a momentum shift. But at the moment, he's not able to find the middle.
Oh, that's
and as we talk about, that's a beautiful clip of his. Oh. That's an elegant shot there by McDonald. Could that be the
change in the innings? Yeah,
that could be the moment that just gets the engine ticking.
For short.
He'll bat it on his own in the first game on the YMC Oval.
Yeah.
And the last man stands rule. He batted 77 out of 97. And I saw some monstrous sixes from him. So
that's unbelievable.
So if he can just stick around for the next complete of the innings, they could still end up with a score around 150, which I think is going to be needed. Yeah.
There we just got Canberra there. Last man stands Canberra saying Phil's the highest score in LMS is 123 and he averages 57. So
this is hit to the offside this time.
So Simpson can hit a long ball.
Yeah, I think he'll send him with a clear roll here just to push it around.
100%, and I think he's done it exceptionally, taking the game deep. Still 2 balls now in the 14th over. 78 for 2 or 3 short.
They need 1 big over here to do 3 short.
Simpson playing and missing there on the offside. Good ball there from H. Just a ball now remaining in the 14th.
So Phil Simpson, he needs 7 to his 50. You'd like to go bang bang 4-4, get back in the hat. When you get to 50 and last man stands, you retire.
Yep. There's opportunity to come back potentially. Full ball there from H, and it's just opened the face of the bat and glanced out towards Martin van Wyk there at deep point. Brings the end of the 14th over here. 3 short, 79 for 2. 6 overs remaining here. I think going at what? If they can score 50 off the next 6, that's still 130.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that out. You know what? You're in the game. When you get 120, 130 in the game.
100%.
And after their first game where they only, I think, got 97, they'll just want to put a score on the board. I don't know too much about the Daxina Destroyers batting lineup. You probably know more, so tell me a bit about their batting.
Well, they've got Chucky, who
yes, I know Chucky,
bats up front. Craiggie's been in some good form of late, hitting a good couple of big sixes. Oh, good ball there from Julian Jackson. Obviously HE comes in the middle order there. He can also dispatch a ball all over.
Would you say their bowling or their batting's their strength?
I would say their bowling is quite their strength. Their batting hasn't really gelled too much of late.
So if you think if 3 short manage to get 130, do you think that'll be competitive?
I think Daxina Destroyers could definitely go on to chase that down. I think they would be confident to chase that down. You've got the captain, Justin White to the left of us. He hits a very hard ball.
So what are you thinking if you were Sam Lang, 3 short? What would you be saying to the team? What sort of score would you feel that need to be trying to look at from here realistically?
From here onwards, I mean, to go at 10 runs and over here is possible, but that brings up to 140. Oh, there's the wicket as we fall.
And that's just what the 3 short did not need, and it's a big moment there, and that's going to really hurt their chances of getting a score of 140. Yep. Just wasn't quite on song to Patrick McDonald like he's been in previous games, in the previous innings.
Yep. But I mean, if they can go at 10 runs and over and get to that 140 mark, I think that's something that they could actually bowl to. If back home where I would be playing, if I was captaining, if we got a low score of 120, I'd try and keep those first 10 overs. I wouldn't mind about wickets or anything. I'd just try and get dot ball after dot ball, and then the pressure goes on.
Yeah. You never know. You have a few tight overs, and then the batting team then loses a few wickets.
100%, yeah.
It's just, I think 3 short will feel that they've missed an opportunity. They know that they've got the batsmen in their team to post a competitive score, and they just haven't managed so far to find 2 consecutive overs where they've been on top. Just look around Table Mountain. We had some heavy rain last night, but the forecast for today is good. And the new batsman, Jeff Lynn.
Not too familiar with.
He's a good player, Jeff. He's played a lot of last man stands cricket. Big supporter of last man stands, and for his sake, I hope he goes well. Yeah.
Julian now into Lynn. Oh, did that maybe clip the shirt?
I think that would have been wide. I think it's just maybe got a little bit of the thigh guard there. So Julian Jackson here, just going for 4 runs from his first 7 deliveries, or 8 deliveries, so the skipper will be delighted with that.
And picked up an important wicket there, much needed. Just having a look there, projected score. I mean, 110.
No,
I think that's way too short.
No, it's not enough, that.
Yeah. Driven into the covers there. They're looking to come up for second. Justin White a little bit slow off the boundary there, but managing to just keep it at 1.
So 3 short. I'm sure they'll have a lot of family and friends watching this broadcast from Australia.
Five overs here remaining.
It's 9:20 now in Canberra. It's 9:20, so it's not bedtime yet.
Nope. HE into Phil Simpson. Oh, pulled out onto the leg side. They're pushing that first one hard.
See, now
that was Jeff.
Yeah, so that is a slight different now. When McDonald was at the crease, he made it clear that he wasn't there to run 2s, but he's a clean hit of the ball. But Phil Simpson has run hard between the wickets all innings, and it looks like Jeff Lynn wants to do the same. So
it's good to see. Needed if you have for the last 5 overs.
Half to continue. Cut away. Oh, he's hit that clean straight to the fielder. They just seem to have the field every time in the right place. So really good cricket all around there. When that hit the batter, I thought it might have been 4, but it just was straight to the fielder. That just hit sweetly there.
HE into Lynn this time. Oh, and HE's just putting up his hand, apologising. Down the offside there for a wide.
And we know there's a lot of viewers who are new to the broadcast. This is watching Last Man Stands Cricket, 8-a-side cricket. It's Last Man Stands World Champs in Cape Town.
Yep.
We've got 5 channels going. Last Man Stands TV1, we on LMS TV2, and there's also broadcast on LMS TV 3, 4 and 5 on our YouTube channel.
Oh, it's a much better delivery there from HE. Exactly what Chucky just said there out in the outfield. Basics. Just keep to the basics and come a long way with cricket. Simpson is on strike here. Just 4 runs away from.
That could be wide. The keeper's done well. He's saved his team 3 runs.
For a second. Oh, and a bad throw from the boundary.
I think the keeper's done well though, because if he didn't get a hand on that, that would have been an extra 2 runs. So that's
hand on it. I just think that throw from the boundary if that was a little bit solid and straight onto. Well, that could be his 50 as well.
Well batted,
Phil Simpson.
Phil Simpson. 51 from 41 deliveries.
Good knock.
And he's given the lower order a platform here. It's almost impossible for the 3 short to be bowled out from here. So the batsmen come in and can play with freedom, not worrying about losing the wicket. Just go out there, enjoy yourself, and try and clear the ropes. It's not going to be easy because the wind's blowing into.
It's changing the whole day so
and that's
far.
why it has circulated. But in my view, though, I thought 3 short left a few out there in those first 8 overs when the spinners were on. I thought that was the opportunity to have possibly gone. You know, they were hitting with the wind there. And I think
maybe just use your feet a bit, get to the pitch of the ball.
Yeah. So half to continue. New batsman is Cochrane.
Oh, struck on the pads there. It's just a lefty, I think. No, yeah, it's fine.
So Cochrane, the taller of the 2 batsmen. Jeff Lynn.
Shorter one.
So that completes the 16th over. And scores 90 for 3.
Yeah, what's that? 4 overs now remain. Projected score was 110 earlier. It's just climbed above that now, 114. I still think that's going to be very little.
Yeah, I still think that they might have one big over. I think they can still get up to 130. I think 130 gives them a chance. Anything below 120, I really don't think that that'll be enough to put pressure on the destroyers. Yeah,
I agree. It's been a good effort here, a good bowling effort by everyone involved. Julian Jackson into Cochrane once again. Oh, they were not really pitching up and bouncing a little bit. It's going through to the keeper.
So Julian Jackson to continue. Cuts away. Could this to be the
aerial?
Oh, the fielder did well. He watched it. A great anticipation from the fielder there. I think if that had another bounce, it might have done him on the second bounce, but he did very well to cover the angle there.
So this is Pool H. Oh, sorry, Pool A. Team with Black Eagles, Poppets, Daxina Destroyers, and obviously 3 short.
And who's top of this table, Brian?
Currently it's Poppets
from Pakistan.
Yeah, they won their game against.
This goes down. The fielder's coming on. This should be out if it gets there.
Oh, good catch!
The double play. Could be a double play. Oh, there's a dive and he's safe.
No, he's safe there.
So, just for those of you that are not aware, in last man stands cricket, there can be 2 players dismissed off 1 ball, but you can also get a steal, which means if you run to the keeper's end and back as a non-striker, you steal 2 runs, and that's exactly what Cochrane did there.
And successfully that as well.
Yeah, he's going to need to phone the hotel room and ask them to get the laundry ready for him there.
Wondering if he maybe broke his pad there or something in the dive. Seems like he has.
But that was unbelievable commitment, and although they lost a wicket, there's at least 2 runs. So
extra, and that could go a long way towards the end there.
Again, I think if that was in the first 10 overs, that probably would have been 6, hitting with the wind.
Yeah.
And that's such a thing to be aware of as a team. When you're batting, you play 10 overs from one end, 10 overs from the other end, and in Cape Town, the wind blows, Brian. It's not like the half belt in or Joburg or Pretoria or other parts of South Africa. When it blows in Cape Town, it blows, and you've got to be aware of that, because I actually think Jeff Lynn hit that quite cleanly, and it just didn't win. Just didn't go anywhere.
Just held up a bit in the air. Originally, I am from Cape Town.
Okay.
So I do know the wind, but yeah, just having a look at it, 3 short fell short with Poppats. And he scored the 97 as we discussed earlier.
And so the new batsman, Edison Marshall, he's got the maroon helmet. So did Daxina destroy win their first game?
They did not. They fell short against Black Eagles.
Okay, so both these teams are winless in their group.
Yeah.
So both looking for their first win. The losing team you'd pretty much think is knocked out of the cup tournament.
This got aerial again. It's going to fall short of Justin White there. But Black Eagles did amount 206 in their 20 overs.
Okay.
And Daxina Destroyers falling 24 runs short.
Okay.
So
Okay.
good knocks there. So a nice win here from, importantly though, 3 short didn't get bonus points. Only ended up on 2 points from that first game, whereas Daxina got 4. So
Yeah. And the wind is really getting stronger and stronger here.
100%, yeah, it is.
It's going to take, even though it's a short boundary heading straight, it's going to take some hit to clear the ropes or even to get a 4, because it's not only the wind, it's almost trying to move your bat in that direction at any speed.
Yeah.
I almost feel the easiest shot is going to be some sort of Dulshan or some sort of, or a little dab, but it's really going to take some hit here to
Reverse sweep. Slug sweep.
But to be saying that the wicket is got a bit of invariable bounce, so you can also be out LBW attempting that, but
3 overs to go. I think you need to go at 10 runs and over here to get to 126. So 13 more runs where the projected score.
Oh, he's bowled him.
Oh, and he's picked up a wicket.
He's bowled him.
Goodness, and that is Calvin Cochrane.
Yeah, for the viewers who are watching that and thinking maybe 3 short in these last 10 overs, just haven't got a move on. It's hard to explain how windy it is out here, Brian, and how much of a challenge it is heading straight here. So it's not easy for these batsmen.
Nope. It has been very difficult to try and decide where you're going to do your shots, play your shots. You don't want to play it into the wind and then it holds up and you get caught. Or it's very difficult as a right-hander to play using the wind towards their offside now. But again, they missed out on those first 8 overs.
Yeah, I mean, I know that there's no ways I would be able to clear the mid-off boundary. I'd be trying to do something silly, maybe a reverse sweep or something, trying to hit behind the ground. It's obviously high risk, but it's more reward. Here, there's almost no reward when you try and go over mid-off. Unless you're a big man like Ziad Abbas, who's joined the stream, he would be able to clear it here. Big frame, but the slightly smaller framed gentlemen or the nerdlers like myself, they would be struggling to clear the ropes. It's really piling here. So, last man stands is a 2020 format, 5-ball overs. Last man stands started in London in 2005. Every few years there's a last man stands world champs. And this is the 2022 edition. All these teams have qualified. As we watch Governor continue. Bowling downwind. As you can see, that ball's hardly made it off the square. Best way to describe this as a batsman is if those of you are playing golf and you may be playing a long par 3 into the wind, you have to get the driver almost to reach the green. And imagine the side screen being the green. You have to give it the full treatment to get a boundary out. So in the second innings here, I think the the destroyers will be well aware of that, and they'll be looking to target the 10 overs where they can be hitting downwind. It's two different games. So Linton Govender, superb figures, 2 overs, 14 runs, 3 wickets. The other thing with last man stands is sometimes you almost should delay your batting lineup based on which end the teams are bowling from, because sometimes you might need to just send your hitters in when you're hitting downwind, and your Nigel and Nerders when you're hitting into the wind and look to run hard. Loads of different tactics to be thought about in last man stands cricket. As Biku's been the slightly more expensive of the destroyer bowlers, but he has picked up 2 wickets. Connor Brown, 1 from 3. Edison Marshall, 1 from 2. Straight down the ground, but again into the wind, and there we go. That's a big hit. Again, the field is well placed. Superbly fielded out there, I think, by Priggy, the man they call Priggy. Last man stands stalwart. Well, that's going to be a no ball, and that's going to have to be re-bowled, and it's going to be a free hit. So, Connor Brown, maroon helmet. He's got a free hit here. Where's he going to go? Gone straight down the ground. Could this be 4? And the fielder does so well. Gets the right boot. The guy in here, it's all happening. It's going to be a slide diver, and he's safe. So, Justin, number 7 on the boundary. He's got a sore toe, but that is great. Magnificent bit of fielding. And we're just saying how hard it is to clear the ropes down here, and he really gave that a good hit there, did Brown, and even that wasn't enough, but I actually thought that it was going to be 4. He got the big toe in, the big right toe.
Yeah, that was some exquisite fielding there. Just stuck out the toe at the last second there, and managed to prevent the ball from going over the boundary. Good commitment and effort.
I think it's one of those situations, if you missed it, it might have been a few question marks as to why he went with the leg and not the hands. But I think it's been a long tour, and I know how it is that when age starts getting on your side and those hammy goes, there's no ways I would have been diving. I probably would have been doing the same thing, but would have missed it.
I would have taken a dive and gone over the top. Oh, that one.
And they run into the keeper. And it's great game awareness there from
Connor Brown or Edison Marshall.
From Edison Marshall it was. So apologies if we got the names wrong earlier. We're just so excited in the commentary box. So I like that option. That's a great shot. Going with the wind. It's a big boundary out there, but that's.
Not gone over the boundary.
I like that play. I like that play.
From Edison Marshall again.
Smart batting, because he's gone down the ground and he's just not getting value for money heading into this wind. He's clipped that taken that from well outside off.
Very good shot there. Manipulating the field. 3 balls now remain. Oh, he's using it.
Okay, and it's gone nowhere.
Held up in the wind there. Just a single. Just 2 balls here left. still the opportunity of a home run coming in the last ball. So
I don't know how we're going to get that into a win. You almost, I'd maybe just, what's the best way? Maybe try and go left-handed and go.
move to outside the leg stump and drive it in the air.
Yeah, it's really hard because this wind is it's blowing 80, 90 miles an hour. Oh, inside edge. That's how you do it. You just work it off the inside edge between the keeper. Great bit of batting. Shouts of Chinese cut. I think he meant that.
110, yeah, for 5 now. Final ball coming up. Home run will get them to 122.
Unlucky for Julian Jackson. Nothing worse as a bowler when you see an inside edge there, but 3 short will take those runs.
100% they will, yeah.
So the last ball of the innings here. Big moment in this game. Can he find a 6? He hits it for 6. It's worth 12 under the last man stands rule. Keeper's running. Oh!
Very good ball there to head off the final over from Julian Jackson. 111 there for 5 after 20 overs.
And we ask everyone to stay tuned. During the interval, we're going to do a few interviews here with a few of the players. And before we do that, we're just going to go through the scorecard here. The highlights of the batting for the 3 short was the opening partnership. Mapstone played a key role. So we're going to be crossing over to some interviews. We're going to bring in Sam Lang into the... I'm going to go Phil Governor first, yeah? Linton Governor. Linton. You put the earphones on, yeah, buddy? Yeah, just talk into that, yeah? Linton. Great to have you in the commentary box, yeah? And talk me through that first wicket there when you got Sam Lang out there. Big moment in your career?
Big moment. I think one of the biggest, getting one of the legends out. So yeah, first ball, popped a bit. And yeah, so Sam Lang to my name. Thanks.
And tell me now, your keeper for that moment. I heard Henry half. Very happy with him. I won't repeat what Henry said, but Henry was delighted with that catch, and I'm sure that meant a lot to him as well.
Yeah, so definitely free drinks for Session Governor today. What a brilliant take, one-hander in the webbing. There we go.
Governor, is he relation to you?
No relation, but
no relation.
Brothers.
Okay, brothers, yeah. And one of the reasons we've got you in the commentary box is the spirit of last man stands cricket and making friends, and on the field and off the field is a big part of last man stands. Maybe you can just tell me about your experience during the World Champs so far. What have been your highlights on the field, off the field?
Yeah, definitely on the field is obviously spending time with my boys, meeting other nations. Obviously meeting other nations and teams of different countries and how they go about doing things. On the field, learning a lot as well. Being quite experienced, but still learning. So yeah, that's quite good. And then off the field, spending time with my boys, chilling. Yeah, it's been awesome.
Okay, and have you got any plans for the rest of the tournament? Are you guys planning what trophy? There's a few different trophies on display. There's the cup competition, the main event. You're still in that at the moment. Is that your target, or you thinking you're going to be a plate contending team, or what's your thoughts for?
No doubt. We don't want to be in the plate cup. We want to be in the main cup, and I feel that our team has what it takes.
Okay.
So yeah, definitely playing for the main cup.
Okay, and you've 111. Nelson, do you think that's enough runs for the 3 short? Are you guys comfortable in this run chase?
Yeah, no, we're quite comfortable. Obviously, we're not going to take anything for granted. So yeah, we're going to definitely take it as it comes, but our guys are raring to go. And yeah.
And are you going to get a bat?
I'm hoping so, yeah.
What number do you normally bat?
3 or 4.
Okay.
But looks like I'm late already.
Okay, let's you go and get your pads on, bat. Good luck.
All right, sure. Thanks so much. Cheers.
Okay, now we bring in Sam Lang into the commentary box. Sam, unlucky there, but that was an unbelievable catch. It just seemed to rise off a length there, and you got the glove.
Yeah, I'd just spoken to Philly actually the ball before, saying we've got one more over with the wind, so I might have a go at one, and then I decided to just dink it around the corner, and I got out.
I know it's so frustrating cricket because you probably get through that delivery, and I've seen a few great knocks from yourself. I think it was made for you, this, especially as you say, hitting down the wind there. But I was on the commentary box earlier, and they opened with two spinners, and I felt, it's always easy sitting in the commentary box being an expert, but it's a lot harder out there. But I thought maybe tactically with the two spinners you could have tried to hit it, taken them on.
Yeah, correct. They obviously saw us play the first game where spin tore us apart quite easily, so they learned very fast, those boys, and we probably didn't take advantage of hitting into the short boundary with the spin to start.
And so if you had a chance again, would you maybe send someone else in differently to open? Because the two batsmen did their job, the opening batsmen. It's not like they set up a platform, but potentially it's not their game to take on the bowlers. Would you maybe have tried if you had your chance again?
Yeah, probably, to be fair. We did think that they wouldn't open with the spinners, just as we did see their bowling lineup last week, yesterday. It's been a long day. We were kind of hoping they would open with at least one pace, but they read us well, and we paid the price.
Yeah, and it's a special moment for, was it Phil that got 50?
Yeah, Phil, he's a bit dirty on himself for his innings yesterday, and he's, I think I heard on the commentary talking about him being a fighting batter. And definitely that was what he was doing there today, just make sure he got 50.
He looks gutsy, and he looks like he's a good team man.
Yeah, very much so. Philly is definitely the team man. Any team he's in, everywhere we go, every tour, everything.
Yeah, and obviously you're missing Ziad Abbas, who's been on the commentary. You would have loved to have him here in a match on a ground like this. This would have been made for him.
Yeah, it would have. He would have been perfect for this one. Short, straight, big, wide, and it really wouldn't have mattered either way. He would have cleared the boundary quite a few times. So it's a shame to not have him here. But hopefully the family's well, and he made the right decision to stay.
Yeah, and for the viewers at home, I was trying to explain how much wind there is here, and hitting in that last 10. It was going to, no matter, even though it's a fairly short, straight boundary, it has to take some hit to clear the road, doesn't it?
It does. It's a beautiful place to play, and we did get warned about the wind when we came over, and it definitely has done exactly what we were told it was going to do. It makes it very difficult on a small boundary, 100. Hopefully we can defend it, but we saw how far these boys hit it. That wind may not be enough to save us.
Which end are you going to try and start? Are you going to try and put them under pressure in the first 10? Or are you going to try and gamble and try and take the game deep? What's your thinking here?
Put them under pressure in the first 10 if we can. Obviously, watching them bat yesterday, they can hit a long ball, and they did like hitting straight. So get them hitting into the wind early, and hopefully they play their natural game and it falls into our lap.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds like a sensible approach. Hopefully you can get some early wickets, and you never know from there.
Exactly right, and we're slowly improving. Looks like we'll be improving into the plate. But boys definitely see the difference on the type of turf decks that are over here, and we'll adjust and hopefully come back stronger next game if we get rolled in this one, but we'll give it a fair crack.
And you'll be pleased to know that we break in records on this broadcast in terms of our numbers. We've had an extreme high number of viewers tuning in here from all over Australia and all over the world, and it's the word got out that 3 Short were playing, and the cameras came in, and it's been unbelievable the amount of interest in this game, and I think it's a lot of it down to you, Sam, being a last man stands legend.
I think it's just down to the boys at tour. The only reason I've sort of been able to get to this standard or that level of legend is just the fact that there's always been 7 other boys that are jumping on a tour to go around either Australia or around the world, and there's always a game you can play wherever you go. That's the best part about it.
Okay, and Sam, listen, I know you've got to go on the field now. Your guys are waiting. We're going to get the game going in the next few minutes here, and good luck.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Brian, have you had a chance to look at the wicket? Is it still looking like it's playing well, or do you think has it broken up a bit since you looked earlier in the day?
I definitely think obviously it's broken up a tad. I think the couple of overs, couple of guys running over it, definitely been used up. From my experience in Joburg, that's tend to how the game goes on.
Yeah.
But I think the guys that play past that, I think they just play on merit. We saw if guys just apply themselves like Simpson did, you know, they can go on and score formidable targets and totals. Yeah.
So I like the thinking from Sam here. He's already given us insight as to what they're going to do. They're going to bowl their first 10 overs from the commentary box end, from the Wally Wilson Oval end.
There we go.
So it's going to be down the wind for the bowler, into the wind for the batsman. They can, I would even maybe look to get the mid off up here and say to the batsman, try and hit me over the top.
Yeah.
Anything that's mistimed, even if you hit it quite well, it might not even clear mid off and mid on. But it'll be interesting to see how the destroyers play this. Do they just go for the jugular? Do they think they need the bonus point win because they lost their first game? So there's all sorts of permutations to think about.
Yeah.
Do they go for the win first, or do they actually?
Well, I think straight away just make sure you secure the win. I think from both sides. I think you know, Three Short don't have a lot of time to actually try and push. You know, they can try and bowl them out before they get to the target before 16 overs. You know, that's always an option. But yeah, I think for the batting side, I think for Daxina, they kind of just must take the win first, and then see how that goes, and maybe approach towards the latter parts of the back end, and maybe try and chase it down before that 16 overs is done, and then try and get the
Talk me
bonus
through the
point.
opening pair. You've got the left-handed batsman as Edison is the bowler.
Yeah, it's Julian Jackson, and non-striker there is Martin Chucky van Wyk.
Oh, that was almost the first delivery there. That was so close to hitting off stump.
That was a very good ball to start up with.
So I've obviously seen Martin van Wyk bat a lot. He's the non-striker. Really, really good player. So much experience.
Yeah.
And classy looking player as well. I haven't seen any of the other batsmen, but I've heard that Julian Jackson's got good reputation.
Yeah, Julian Jackson holds the crease for some time. That was a good shot there for one. But he holds the crease for some time. And he tends to start off ticking 10, 15 balls in his innings. And he can hit a long ball as well. I think everyone that's seen Chucky bat.
Well, I think if Three Short have got any chance here, they need Martin van Wyk, otherwise known as Chucky, out early, because he is a class actor when it comes to
100%.
last man stands cricketer.
100%. He's amassed over 14,000 runs in very quick time, so that's a very good shot there into the covers, straight to the fielder. Should just be one. But yeah, no, he's one of the best out there. It's a very long ball, but he still looks classy and at the same time.
So as we said in earlier, they're bowling with the wind. Yeah, it's coming.
Oh, that struck him on the pads.
Umpire immediately says that's going down leg, and that's dead right from here. It was quite evident that that was missing leg stump, but
Yeah.
but good signs here for Edison and the Three Short boys.
Using the wind to his advantage. A little bit of shape in there. I've got a good couple of stories to tell with Chucky, batting with him over the years. It's actually, he's more a teacher out there than while he's trying to focus himself, he's focusing on you.
Okay.
Oh, what a ball.
He often gives you advice. So can you maybe, now you in the commentary box, you're allowed to maybe pass on some of your knowledge to Chucky. What did he do wrong on that delivery?
His feet were nowhere. His feet were absolutely nowhere there. I'll catch the gap here quickly to do it, but we played a nightly game quite some time ago. I scored my 50, he scored his straight afterwards, and very quick before 10 overs. Came back into bat, and I realized that I was overweight and unfit, and I was not going to go on and score runs, and I gave all the strike to Chucky as much as I could. We were running threes, hitting it straight to long off, just to make sure he's on strike. And he went and scored he went on and scored his 100 that game, and I celebrated it more than he did. I've never scored 100 in LMS before, but I damn well celebrated that one.
You'd probably run 100 there yourself.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, that's hit away.
Shot.
That's a clean strike here.
Great shot there from Julian Jackson. His team is all pumped. I'm even getting goosebumps here. It's lovely to see.
Yes, I think with the way the ball's swinging here with the wind, you've got to start it in that 5th or 6th channel, try and swing it back into off stump.
Yeah. Oh, floated
Slow
up,
ball.
slower ball. Ooh. Nearly held out there to that cow quarter fielder there.
There's a potential argument to go 4-2 to Chucky, the right-hander. The captain has to be happy that the bowler's got control if he's going to do that, but the way we saw Edison shaping it, if Brown can do the same, it might be worth taking your option of the 4-2.
Yep.
That's very well bowled. That's a great, that's the type of area that can quite easily get an LBW bowled.
Yeah, yeah. Now I like the fact that he's using the wind and letting it take the ball and channeling it into the batsman, making the batsman have to work. Oh, and he's gonna miss that.
So that was well played there by Van Wyk. Just a little bit short from Connor Brown. And the wind's getting up here now. It's really starting to howl here. Sammy Lang's got to go a long way to get this clean slide. Nice bit of teamwork there from the three short men. I definitely feel that the go-to play here is to go full and straight to the right hand and maybe get a short cover in. Take a gamble on the leg side. In the power play overs, you're allowed to go 4-2. I'm not sure I'd do that to the left-hander where it's swinging into his pad, but to the right-hander might be an option. So Edison to continue. He'll be looking to swing one into middle and off. As he did there, just a bit too straight, but that brings Martin van Wyk back onto strike. That's a great shot for sure with the wind. That could have been a serious injury to the spectator line there on the embankment, but thankfully that's avoided an incident. But that's a superb hands there from Martin van Wyk. Just hitting with the wind. I just think maybe they could get an extra fielder on the offside, just allowing Martin van Wyk freeing his hands. Yeah. Oh, well bowled from Edison. That's a good line to this field there. Great line. You can't afford to give Van Wyk any room here. As you saw in that last shot there, just an elegant push into the extra cover for 6 with the wind. The wind's blowing across the ground here now. So the Western Province Cricket Club on the Gary Kirsten Oval. As we see Edison Marshall continue. He's clipped off his legs. That's going to be 4 more. So they're off to a flyer here, the Destroyers. And it's a beautiful day here in Cape Town as we have a look at the Table Mountain. The cloud has been hovering above the mountain all day, but where we are, it's beautiful blue sky. And last night we had a heavy thunderstorm, but the sun's come out today and it's put a bit of moisture in the wicket that's allowed us to get a roll on the wickets, and the wickets are playing well. And what a place to be. If you're in the Cape Town vicinity, get down, come and have a watch of the games. We've got 3 games on at the Western Province Cricket Club. LMS TV 1, TV 2 and 3 are showing all 3 games. Oh my word, what a shot from... That's huge! That will have to be re-bowled, but not easy to put those ones away, but... Martin and back off his feet.
That was a fantastic shot there from Martin van Beek. Construction that Martin can do. Very good cricket shot there from Chucky.
So that's going to be a free hit, but that ball, I think's somewhere in the car park.
Yeah, I think they're going to find that one. Oh, they found it. Look at that. It's been a fantastic bit of batting here from 19 from 9, Chucky, and Julian Jackson 11 from just 7 deliveries. 51 after 3 overs.
And I think that was a free hit, was it? I think it was called, yeah.
Should be a free hit, no ball 6.
It's heaved away, and this is Martin back showing his class.
Fantastic shot there. 4 more runs to the total. Just 77 now required from 84 balls.
And Martin van Beek showing his class here. He's got shots all around the wicket. Not an easy man to bowl to. Now he's gone offside. Could be 4 more. Fielder comes around. Brilliantly fielded out there. Good cricket all round. Could be a run out. Oh, direct hit, might have been out.
A little bit of a misgrab there.
So brilliantly fielded out there by Phil.
Great bit of fielding. Brings Chucky on strike once again.
Oh, well bowled.
Great
That's beaten him
delivery.
all ends up.
Beats the outside edge.
That's exactly where he wants to be, Connor Brown. Just using the wind that's blown across the ground.
Yeah.
And Martin didn't know too much about that. I think that would have got, well, it's almost impossible to edge that one, that how much that moved.
Yeah. That's exquisite bit of bowling that. Connor into Chucky once again. Oh, you see the movement on that one. That was quite nice to watch. Just elegantly played out towards that sweeper fielder there for a single.
So I do think the Daxina Destroyers now are maybe thinking about a bonus point win.
100%.
But I've seen those type of plays backfire. But in this position, you could not help, or you can understand why they might look to do it.
Shot straight.
Straight to McDonald comes around. That's beautiful little shot. Yeah, 4 more.
Great shot there from Julian Jackson.
Great attempt by McDonald. Just not able to get around there. But they're off to a fast start here. Nothing wrong with that delivery. That's just good cricket shot.
Taking a look at Table Mountain there again. Clouds are reeling in. It's been seen the top of the mountain in a few days actually.
Yeah, well, yesterday it was when those clouds really came in and it was closing in. The local groundsman said when you see that mountain starting to close, that's when you know the rain's coming. But it hasn't closed, it's just hovering there. So the forecast is good. And no more rain expected for the next few days. So
We are right there with that. Daxina Destroyers really chasing the bonus point win here.
and for the viewers that can use, explain how many overs do they need to chase that down in Brian to get that bonus point?
If I'm not mistaken, they need to have it done by 15.4
That's it, Brian. Well done.
or 16. So they're currently on target to do that within the next 6-7 overs. So can it's gone wide a little bit this time around.
So the new bowler's Calvin Cochrane.
Just need 3 short to just try and dig a couple overs out here. Maybe if they have a few spinners, you saw the spin work for Daxina Destroyers on this wicket. Maybe someone can bowl 2 or 3 overs of spin, get the overs out the way. That's another good shot there.
You see, Chucky, what he's doing there is he's going inside out.
Yeah.
So the wind's blowing from the mountain across to the car park end. So as the left-hander stands, it's blowing towards the leg side. So Van Wyk, the right-handed Van Wyk, is looking to go inside out to try and hit with the wind, and that's always a good way of thinking about it. You know, the left-hander here would be potentially looking to go leg side, but you know, there's always gamesmanship, and the bowler knows that, what the batsman's trying to do, so might try and second guess him.
Ooh. That one not even going through to the keeper there. Yeah, we were talking about earlier what type of shot we would play, and I did say move outside of your leg stump and go in and out over the cover, but it's more easier said than done.
Yeah, it's always the thought process is easy, always the easy bit.
Yep.
The execution is hard.
But I think Chucky's giving us a little lesson here.
Yeah.
On,
But he's doing both. He's thinking it and executing, and that's always the sign of a good player.
Well, that one going down the leg side once again. Second wide of the over means 3 extra runs to the total. I had a little interview chat with Chucky during the Brandy and Boobs game earlier, and he seems to, he's not really too bothered much about the cricket. He's just really honoured and privileged to be here this year around. And
I don't believe a word he said there.
It was all for the camera.
He wants to win it.
Oh yeah,
He's a competitive guy. I
very
know.
competitive guy. Never drop a catch from him. One ball remaining here in the 5th over, and Daxina Destroyers are nearly going at 10 runs and over here, needing 65 from just 77 deliveries.
So Martin van Wyk off to a fly, 28 from 15, hitting into the wind. Wind's more sort of across the ground now than it was. It really is blustering.
Yeah. Oh,
And
thicker
that's
shots
the wide
on edge,
edge.
and that could run away over the boundary for 4, and it does that. A little bit of luck going Martin van Wyk's way. Martin van Wyk was part of the Rebels team that toured last December in Cape Town Open.
Okay.
Yeah, in South Africa, Cape Town, and he was part of the Rebels side, and I was playing with him. He bowled the one ball.
We've just almost been hit on our head here from a ball from pitch 1. I don't know what just happened on pitch 1, but that must have been a monster hit.
It might have been the guys practicing.
Okay. It's an orange ball. No, okay, no worries. We better
go
put
with the monster hit.
Yeah. No, there was a ball just come over the commentary box. We thought it was from pitch 1, but it was actually from the guys practicing in the nets.
Yeah. We spoke a bit about some spin, and yeah, Samuel Lang is coming in to bowl his first over. Not too sure what he does bowl. Have you got any?
He used to bowl seam, but he's a smart cricketer. He can bowl a bit of off spin.
Okay, let's see what he can produce here. Not up to a bad start there. Oh, that ball's good.
Oh, that's brilliantly fielded there from
Fielding
the outstanding work there.
Bit of teamwork between those two. Looks like it's McDonald and Edison there.
They could easily have gone horrendously wrong, but it looked brilliant there. Perfect timing from the two of them.
Oh, good use of the feet there from Julian Jackson. Just guiding that out towards that backward of point region there. Brings Chucky on strike. 55 here without loss. Great start here for Daxina Destroyers. They've got plenty of time to go on and get the bonus point. Put in perspective, they still got 3 balls in this over, and then another 10 overs after that.
So, Brian, Sam Lang, who's played all around the world, There's a new series called the Indian Super Series, and there's going to be a team from Brisbane. The Brisbane Burners taking part in that competition, and Sam's, I think, in the running to captain that team.
Oh wow, okay, that's really awesome.
Oh, that's
on the edge of
unlucky.
the
He's
game.
done all the hard work there. So unlucky. Eh? It's just one of those things when it's not going for you.
Yeah.
But that could easily have been on another day more faint edge and taken by the keeper. But that's last man stands cricket. You've got to roll with the good times and then accept that sometimes just not your day.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw Wivisa go on from Joburg Jets.
Yeah.
That's from South Africa, and it's quite a cool initiative. It's a good ball there from Lang.
Yeah, so that's going to be in March in Delhi.
Are you off there?
I can't wait to get out there for that. It's going to be a high standard of last man stands cricket.
I can absolutely imagine. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, and we're going to be streaming the games like we've been doing here.
I'll be sure to give it a watch. Don't think I'll be invited to that one.
Why not, Brian? Have you upset someone in the Joburg Jets team?
No.
Well, I think we must make a plan to get you over there, but
If anyone's listening to sponsor me a ticket. Maybe a visa too. I don't know how it works.
I think it's easy from South Africa to get the visa.
Oh, it's
So
another
the
good
new
shot
bowler-
there from Julian.
New bowler Phil Simpson off the back of a 50 earlier. It has been his day, and maybe he's just going to find some magic here for 3 short. He's not bothering taking off his cap.
Nope. Clint de Bruin also bowls with the hat. Oh, it's a good shot through the covers there from Chucky once again.
A good start from Phil. So I just feel that the left-hander here might be looking to the square boundary. I think there could be something happening here. And he's gone here. It's 6 runs.
Oh, that's a fantastic shot there from Jackson. Yeah, we were talking of that earlier. He normally takes like 14, 15 balls to get into it, and then can really hit a big ball. There was a warm-up game about a week before they left to come down to Cape Town. They played a warm-up game against that BMC Duckwaring's team.
Yeah.
They're also here, and he scored a 50, but it took him 40-odd balls.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he just couldn't hit anything out the middle.
You see, sometimes it's just guys like they just saw McDonald the other day from the 3 short,
Yeah,
getting 90 or 70
yeah.
out of 90, and then today just not finding it as easy.
Nope.
It's gone again. This should
Oh,
be
that's
6
gonna
more.
be 6 more runs. Fantastic shot there. Not the greatest bowling from Simpson, that's for sure.
So the Destroyers are in a hurry here.
It's 7 overs gone.
So it's hard to see anyway that 3 short are going to find any sort of result from this game. It looks like they will have to be settling for the. And Sam did say that in his interview that he didn't quite admit defeat.
Yeah.
What he did say is that they wouldn't mind playing in the plate competition. So the top 2 from each group go through to the cup knockout, and the bottom 2 from each group go through to the plate.
The plate, yep.
And that's still going to be that's going to be a tough competition, that plate competition,
Very
because
much so, yeah. It's going to be quite tough. This one stepped back from Chucky there and played out onto the leg side. They pushed the first one hard. No real need to risk it and take it for a second either. Oh, this one played out towards deep square there from Julian Jackson. Yet another single taken. Yeah, without loss of 7.2 overs.
oh, elegantly played there, Van Wyk, showing his full array of shots here.
How did he get back for 2 there?
So this is a broadcast is coming to you from Cape Town, Western Province Cricket Club, Gary Kirsten Oval. But Sam Lang, last man stands legend. He's bowling. Wasn't his day with the bat. Last man stands cricket played all over Australia. So for the viewers from Australia tuning in and thinking how you can get involved in this, go to lastmanstands.com. /join. Oh, Sam just wasn't able to get his body moving. About 13 months ago, I think he would have taken that catch. He just couldn't seem to get his body. Maybe even before this tour, he might have even taken that catch.
Those brandies
So, yeah, so Sam was just not able to get the body moving there, but I don't think it would have made much difference to the result. But either way, I think Sam would have liked to get a wicket behind his name, but just coming back to last man stands in Australia, it's played in Melbourne, Sydney, Canberra, where 3 shorter from, Brisbane, all over Queensland, Perth. So if you want to get involved, lastmanstands.com, join and register your details, and one of the league managers will get in contact with you and cater for all sorts of standards, from social cricketers to elite level of club cricketers.
Yep.
Big shot for the batsman was a bit nervous there, but I think oh, look at that! It's all happening here there. Lots of shots, but still the destroyers have not lost a wicket. And I think the umpire's been put under pressure there, Brian. He had to give a not out for the LB, which I thought was correct. Then he was tested from the throw, and I think that was again correct call.
Very good movement as well. He moved to the side, got to see that. Sometimes you forget about it. We don't have professional umpires. We've got our own professional umpires.
Yeah, and then to be fair, he hasn't missed a trick here. Umpires have been superb. You know, when there's no complaints, that the umpires are doing a good job.
Fantastic. Definitely lifted their game here for this. 80 now without loss. No
Patrick McDonald bowling very well, yeah. He's doing exactly what is required on this. Well, in these conditions, shall I say. The ball is moving with pretty much, when we say swing, it's just moving with the wind. A strong breeze, or more than a breeze, blowing across the ground into the left-hander's legs.
Oh,
and he's just helped that on his way. 6 more here.
That is a great shot there from Julian Jackson.
Just picked that one. That wasn't even short. He just got inside the line and just tucked it off his hip for 6.
He's moved over quickly. 43 from just 21 deliveries. It's been a fantastic display of batting and great partnership between these two out there in the middle. Side. A single to the total. Not needing to make much risk here from Daxina Destroyer's perspective. 24 required from just 56 deliveries. Chucky on strike here. Oh, he's lifted that.
He's hit that into the wind.
The couple times, not even reached the boundary. They turned it for a second there.
Just really, you could see it's all about the wind there.
Yeah.
The same shot was played by the left-hander, probably not even hit as well.
Yeah.
Shorter bound on the leg side and was in the car park, and Martin Bake got that straight out the middle of the bat, but
Caught up in the wind. Luckily no deep square leg there. Could have been a little bit of trouble for him.
so both batsmen on 44. Who's going to get to their 51st? Little contest between the two batsmen, yeah. Who's your man? Who do you think's going to get to their 50 first?
I don't know.
Could be neither of them. But I've got a feeling
I think
Jeff Lynn is going to come and get a little breakthrough here. The new bowler, Jeff Lynn.
I think if Julian Jackson doesn't get this over the fence, I think Chucky will be at the very next ball. That's my sports betting.
Oh, treated with utmost respect. Sam Lang's just shouted from mid-off. Is he the first bowler to get a defensive stroke out of Julian Jackson?
It's going down leg side there.
Where have they been hiding, Jeff Lynn? Sam Lang has left his best bowler for last.
You've used them up already.
This could be a wicket. It's just not going to carry into the wind. It just got held up. But Jeff Lynn asking lots of questions here.
Julian Jackson doesn't get this one over the fence, I think Chucky's turn. Oh,
That's beautifully cut away. Just made it look like a different game here, Martin van Wyk at times.
100%. Level head on him. He was over to 48 here. 2 runs away from a magnificent 50. These two batsmen have really been
So yeah, he's just two runs away from his 50. He's played a lot of last man stands cricket as Martin van Wyk for many years now, and scoring 50s is not something that is new to him. I'm sure he's has many to his name. It'll actually be interesting to see if we could get some stats on how many 50s he has scored in his last man stands career, but I would say it's well into the double figures. So Brian, do you know how many 50s he has scored?
I went to our stats man quickly, and he's come up with the numbers for me. I'll just read a little quick bio of his career.
As we see, he gets to his 50 now, so
That will be his 184th 50.
184 50s.
Yep. In 389 games.
There'll be a lot of guys out there just to have scored 184 runs in their career. 184 50s, that we just seen why he gave no chances there.
Unbelievable. It's really, really good, magnificent. Scored over 14,000 runs, averaging at just over 73 and striking at 170.81 throughout those 389 games. He's batted 385 of those, and he's got 200s to boast there.
So he's batted 385 times, and he scored 180 50s, so he's converting 1 in 2.
Yep.
That's a real unbelievable return. I actually was not expecting that. I thought it might be close to 3 figures, and he gets a.
Yeah, he's got it.
He's got it. As you see, he gets a standing ovation from his teammates. They're brilliant to see.
That's 10 overs gone here for Daxina Destroyers. And Daxina Destroyers there. 97 without loss here. We just saw the 50 from Martin van Wyk. His 184th 50 in his career so far. He's one of the stalwarts of Last Man Stands and in LMS South Africa. And Julian Jackson here on strike. He's 5 runs away from a magnificent 50 as well. Preggy Camden here, who's come in to bat at number 3.
So Preggy, number 17 on his back. I think he's the captain of the team, isn't he?
No, Justin White is.
But I think he was the chief recruitment officer.
Yep.
I heard them talking about it last night. I really enjoy his stance at the non-strikers end. He looks like a 400-meter runner waiting for the baton to be passed him. We'll have to have a look at that the next time at his non-strikers end.
Yep.
It's off the mark. Clever batting from Preggy, yeah. He's played it. He knows his way around the last man stands game, yeah. Different ways to score at a healthy rate. It's not all about 4s and 6s. You know, the fielders are all the way on the boundary on the offside into the wind, so he's just dabbed it into the offside and he's off for 2. Again, is it going to be the same result? No. No, he's been sent back. So, Preggy is bringing an energetic approach here. Watch him at the non-strikers end. Just interesting to see how he's just taking a break. He's on his bat there, but you'll watch as the bowler goes back to his mark. He'll start to... Now look at it. Goes okay. He didn't do it this time, but early on in the innings, he was on his first delivery. He was looking to get out the blocks quickly, and that's something that I always like to see because we know how important the 1s and 2s are. And when you get to the crease, especially when you've got a guy approaching 50, you just want to make sure that you can run those first one hard and try and get him back on strike.
It's a good ball there from Edison Marshall. Brings the end of the 11th over here. Daxina Destroyers just needing 11 runs here for victory.
So they'll be getting a bonus point victory, which should take them to the top of the table. Am I right, Brian? Or
It will do that, and it depends on what the Pop-Hats do today.
okay.
If they can get a bonus point victory, they'll stay top by 2 points or by 6 points. But if they lose out with getting a bonus point, 4 points, they can end up actually tied, depending on what net run rate does then.
So McDonald to continue. As Preggy just pushes it down the ground for 1. So this has been an impressive performance from the Johannesburg side. Daxina Destroyers chasing this total of 100 in no time. They just require 11 of 45 balls. So it's all over. This is just going to come down to whether the 3 short can maybe get a consolation wicket or 2 here. Straight down the ground. Field comes around, and that's 4 more. Now we see the difference when you're hitting with the wind.
Yeah.
And he gets his 50. Big celebration. Delighted with that knock.
Very good knock that off. 29 balls to get to that 50.
And that's
Great
going to
celebration.
go straight into the Facebook album there. Photo from the umpire.
Oh yeah. Very happy with that knock, is he?
So both opening batsmen, 50 not out.
Yeah. Great great stuff here for Daxina Destroyers, really applying themselves. In walks Justin White, captain at number 4 here, joining Craigie, and just needing 6 runs here for victory.
So this result's going to blow this group wide open, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. They still have another game tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken.
Who's that one against?
Probably that, well, Daxina's got Poppets and Black Eagles.
Oh, yeah, okay, so Daxina, basically I think it's a must win. If they beat Poppets, you would think with the bonus point today they should be through to the last 16. A loss there pretty much would rule them out, I think, of the last 16. Or they'll be able to play in the plate competition, which is still going to be a well-fought contest.
That's for sure.
Cut away!
Could be going over the fence before. Oh, it's held up a bit.
Into the wind.
Oh, it has held up a bit in the wind.
It's going to take something.
Come back for 3.
There's a strong arm there.
Shows you how the wind just held it up there a bit, not being able to get over the fence before.
So Preggy, Camden,
1 hit away here from.
and the 3 short bringing all the fielders in. They're going to make them win this game. They're not just going to give it to them. So all the fielders now crouching in on Preggy. That's the end of the over. The Destroyers just need 3 or 41 balls. I think you can ignore the 41 balls. It's going to be a case of when, not if. And Jeff Lynn, he's not, I think, their preferred option at the ball, but he has actually bowled a good first over, and he's been given a second over here, and rightly so. Can he get a consolation wicket for the 3 short chip?
I'd probably be looking to go over there in the ring here.
Oh,
That's crossed the boundary 4 bars.
and that completes a production from LMS TV2 from the Gary Kirsten Oval. We're going to try and get the man of the match, Martin van Wyk, in here for an interview. So we'll just watch the 2 teams shaking hands. They've already had a few social drinks together on the Wally Wilson over in previous games after previous days' play. So they know each other well. And it's great to see the team from Canberra and the team from Johannesburg coming together in Cape Town. Fortunately for 3 short, they just weren't quite on their game today. They won't be too disappointed. They've had a good run out here. And Sam Lang did say he wouldn't be too disappointed by playing in the plate competition, which is for the 2 teams that do not qualify for the Cup. It's 4 teams in each group. And the top 2 qualify for the Cup. And then the bottom 2, they play in the plate competition. So we see Chucky Martin van Wyk walking across the field. He's been called back for a photo. So team photo, rightly so. That's great to see. The teams have both actually got matching kits. I think they've got the same kit designer there, so it's hard to know who's in which team, but one of the players is taking the photo. And this is what it's all about. So those last man stands teams from Australia or anywhere around the world, Johannesburg, who are wondering how you could be involved in this. You might have qualified already and be thinking about coming over to Cape Town next year. You couldn't have asked for a better place to play cricket than under the backdrop of Table Mountain. And here comes the man of the moment, Martin van Wyk. He's going to come and join me in the commentary box. He's still got his pads on. Yeah, so Martin, well played, bud. We're just looking at the stats there, and that was your 183rd 50. I actually was shocked to see that. So that's an unbelievable return, 1 in every 2. Did you enjoy that innings?
Yeah, I really enjoyed that. That was an awesome knock. We needed this knock with a bonus point to get us on top of the lock. I think we all wear our hearts on our sleeves and we want to play to the best of our abilities, but I think that was one of the better knocks that I've played out of the 183.
Okay, and tell me now, the 3 short boys, if you made mates with them off the field, what do you think about the 3 short guys? They're obviously going to be a little bit disappointed with their performance today. I think a few of their players like Sam Lang, if they'd got going, it might have been a slightly tighter contest.
No, definitely getting Sam Lang, that's also one of the first legends that LMS had, well, produced. Getting that wicket was a crucial one. I think that set us up the whole game because they were then on the back foot. I think they banked a little bit on him because of all the experience. But yeah, I'm chuffed to get him. Sorry, Bert, I love him. He's one of our friends. But yeah, we have to get him.
And who have you got in your last game?
We've got Poppets.
Okay, so that's pretty much a must-win game. Whoever wins that, or whoever loses that game's pretty much knocked out of the cup. Obviously, they'll have to play in the plate competition. And I was chatting to Linton earlier, and he made it very clear that you guys have no thoughts of the plate just yet. You're here to be in the main event. Is that right?
That's correct. That was our main goal. Some of the Oaks have never played World Champs or anything this serious in LMS. So I think for them to get just to get to the playoffs would be a good achievement.
Yeah, it's a tough group because it's been. I know you've won comfortably here, but it's a tough group with Black Eagles from England, and then you haven't played them yet, but Pop-Arts are also a strong side from Pakistan. So isn't it great to be playing 3 teams from 3 different continents?
Yeah, because I mean you get different variations, different bowlers, different batsmen. So yeah, it's going to be a very tight contest tomorrow, but I back my boys with the bowling. As if we bowl like we did today, I'm sure we can definitely go to the playoffs.
And one final question: have you got any plans for the rest of the day? Where you're going to be heading to the beach, or you're going to be heading to the canteen?
Of course, you know, South African. We're probably going to have a few breaks now, and this support the Oaks that supported us,
Okay.
and watch some good cricket.
Okay, well, listen, congratulations once again. Please pass on the congratulations to the team, and we look forward to watching you in your next game. Good luck.
Guys, all the best.
So that's going to conclude the broadcast from the Gary Kirsten Oval. That was an outstanding performance from the Daxina Destroyers, and I've just had Martin van Wyk, who was the man of the match, and it was good to get some insight from Martin. We're going to be wrapping it up now, and we will be joining you for the 3rd game shortly.